Roxham Road was originally located at the very tip of New York State, between the border of Canada and New York. It was notorious for a an illegal cross point entry into Canada where refugees and immigrants would enter there without having to go through customs, even though there are customs in the entry point of the border patrol. They do go through your stuff, and I might get into that later. There's a process that they do, well, they used to do, for people who would enter illegally into the country as a refugee. It involves going through your stuff and checking to see that you're not trying to smuggle anything into the country, and verifying your background story. To which point that point they will issue a document to you, or they used to. Now they don't, because there's no more access because of the law that was passed that shut down. Well, it used to be, the entry point used to be here in Montreal, Quebec to New York State, but now officially, because of what the Prime Minister said, the border points were shut down, so now you can't do that anymore. But Roxham Road used to exist where in between it's literally called Roxham Road, but on Google Maps it shows up as like a non-entry point, like it doesn't exist. But if you Google it and you go down the Roxham Road on Google Maps, you up until a certain point, you can tell that it is a road and it did go somewhere. And now it's just completely cut off and shut down. So don't try to enter through it because it doesn't exist anymore. But it used to be that you would enter into Roxham Road and you would bring whatever you have across the border with you. And there's this little trench that you try not to fall down into. They would ask you to turn back, but you'd have to continue to keep going. With my case, the border was completely shut down and I wasn't supposed to cross at all, but they let me across because of my circumstance with the stalking. But usually back then, you would cross and you would declare that you were there to be a refugee, but now you can't declare at all anymore because that's not an entry point at all. You can't go there literally at all. You're not allowed to. They won't let you across. They'll tell you to go back, and not just to go back like you have to, like you want to ignore them, but like no, this time it's literally you have to go back or you will likely get shot. But now it's a lot more dangerous to try that, and they're not going to let you cross at all. Back then, though, I was able to cross, and I got across without being shot because I just had really, really dangerous stalkers. They took me to a detention holding facility where it had little rooms, like it was a hotel, but it was just like a bunker. It was the middle of August. It was hot as hell. There was no AC, but that was okay. And I remember being hungry and they gave me an egg salad sandwich. I'll continue the story in part 2 when I get back.